Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Ariel. I'm here to talk to you today about makeup and just trying new different things. Um, I was kind of a little bit nerd yesterday. I went to a Harry Potter trivia, so I went over to Ulta and I picked up their Harry Potter palette in the Slytherin one, and that was a super cute look. So if I can figure out how to um, show you a clip of my look yesterday, I'll go ahead and put that up in the video. But I also picked up the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright Rich in Color palette. I just really liked the colors that were in it, and I really wanted to try something different and fun and new. And so yeah, let's take a look at what's inside. Lots of cool different colors. My lighting's not that great, so you really can't see the vibrancy of these colors, but it's really cool, so I'm really excited to go ahead and dive into this today. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So I'm going to start with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. I picked this up in like a trial size option just because I usually use the Touch and Soul option, primer, but it was actually not available in stores and I kind of just really needed a primer, so I wanted to give this a try. Now, I'm using this, but I really don't necessarily need a mattifying formula just because I don't have very oily or porous skin. I actually have, thankfully, pretty good skin. Kind of a crapshoot in my family. My parents haven't always had the best skin. I'm going to show you my foundation. Again, Fenty Beauty. I've been using this for maybe a year and a half or so. I fluctuate with the shades just because, sometimes summer I'm a little bit darker, winter a little bit lighter, but I have been using the 170 shade. It's a little bit lighter than I would normally use for the summer, but quarantine has been killing me as far as makeup goes, and I've only been really doing it on the weekends, so, gotta live with what you got. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the skin here. I like to do little dots all around just so that I make sure that I got everything pretty much covered. Then I always have a little bit of excess there, so I just go ahead and swipe that on the bottom here. And by no means do you have to do exactly what I'm doing because I'm just someone who has been playing around with makeup and I like it. So I've been using the Kat Von D brush number 10 foundation brush just to spread out the foundation here, and I switch back and forth between a sponge and a brush. Sometimes it just really depends on how I'm feeling that day or what I like to use. For a couple months there I was using the sponge, but now I like to use the brush, and I actually just switched that up last weekend. So like I said, it really just depends. But yeah, so I just want to get into a little bit about me and why I decided to go ahead and upload this. I accidentally paused the video. So I just really like playing with makeup, and I've been getting a lot of compliments on what I've been doing, so I figured, why the heck not? Should I just record myself? And then guess what? If no one watches this, I don't really care because I can go back and watch what the heck I did, because again, I'm still learning. I really did not grow up with makeup in my household a lot. My mom did her makeup, but she was very simple with it, and so I never really paid attention. When she did my makeup, though, like as a kid for Halloween and stuff, it was always so amazing. I remember when I was like 7 years old or something, I went as a girl from the 70s, so like I had like the whole velour suit and like the cool bucket hat with like the fur around the rim and all that, and I remember she did my makeup and my dad walked in and he was like, she looks like she's a teenager, and I was 7 years old. So my mom was always really good at doing makeup. She just never really did it, and she never really taught me, so I just kind of learned how to do it myself a couple of years ago. So by no means, don't listen to me if you don't want to. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with concealer. I just use the Sephora brand. And it's actually darker. I know you're supposed to go lighter with concealer. I don't always like to put foundation on, especially like during the work week. If I just get up and roll out of bed and I just want to get dressed and go, I don't have to worry about that. So I just put this on my under eyes just to get rid of the darkness, and we just go. So this is shade 9, Sable, I'm not really sure. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this underneath here. I always put a little bit on my eyes just because I want to make sure that my eyeshadow stays a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and put that there. And then we're gonna go ahead and find the concealer brush, which I must have concealed really well in my bag because I cannot find it. Let's see. Ah, here we go. So this is a Sephora brush. It's just the concealer brush. Super easy and simple and nothing too cray-cray. Okay. And this video is really not that good of quality, so you're not going to be able to really see like the color differences that I'm talking about. Like for example, now it probably just looks like I'm just putting concealer on. You really can't tell the color difference, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and spread that out all around the eye. And I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos about makeup for years. I mean, even before I started doing makeup, just because I always thought the process was super cool, and I think it's fun to watch people try different things. And I'm always super nervous to try out whatever, you know, YouTube stars do with their makeup, just because they've been doing this for years. So it's like, you know, they know what they're doing, and I do not. And so I always feel like whenever someone knows what they're doing and they can do a really good job, that I can never pull it off. I mean, I've always been that way. Like hair braiding, I used to watch hair braiding tutorials all the time, and I still can't braid my hair. So yeah, there goes that. Alright, so now that that's on, we're going to go ahead and put powder on, and this is the KVD powder in the translucent one. Okay, got the little thing here, so we're gonna go ahead and put that on the under eyes, put it on the forehead a little, maybe a little bit along the nose here. Okay, we're just gonna let that sit there for a minute. Alright, so while that's sitting there, I'm gonna just go ahead and try out this palette. I was really wanting to go for more of like a orangey pink kind of theme today, just because I got a cool new lipstick from Sephora that I've been wanting to try out. So let me just figure out what I want to do here. So I really kind of like these two shades. Pink one is Fruit Punch, and the more orangey one is Yes Peaches. I also think That's Poppin's kind of cool, so I'm almost tempted to go ahead and try those three together. You know what? What the hey? Let's just do it, right? Okay, so I like a mumble jumble of brushes here, and so I'm just going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes. Oh, we're going to go ahead and dip into this Pink's Poppin'. Okay. And we're going to try to put that in the inner corner. I'm just going to go ahead and use this in here just because it's a little bit better lighting for me. So we're going to go ahead and put that in right there. It's a little more dull than I would have liked it to have been. But let's see if we can build up on that. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I always like to go over at the end of like my eye look. I like to go over what I've already done just so that it really packs a punch. So we're going to do a little bit there for now, and then we're just going to kind of build it up again later. Okay, and so then we're going to also go in with the Sephora eyeshadow brush. Again, these don't have numbers, it's just whatever I have in my little pack here. And we're going to go ahead and dip into Fruit Punch. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put that right next to that Pink's Poppin'. We're going to try to blend that in with that there. That one's a little bit better of a color. A little bit more bright. It does pack a little bit of a punch, if you know what I mean. Alright. Looking pretty good there. And again, this is like a super, like, base thing here. Like, this is by no means how it's going to look in the end. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and dip on the other side with that Anastasia brush into Yes Peaches. And we're just going to go ahead and see how that looks. Not a lot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Playing with that now. Not sure how I like these together, but again, super base look here. We're like, I'm not even anywhere near putting it fully together yet. So we'll see how this goes. And again, I'm kind of like just doing on the outer edge of my eye here, and I'm pulling it just above into the center of my eye almost. Just kind of blending it out a little bit just to make it not so look like a harsh line there. Kind of looks like a mush, you know, right here, but again, we're going to pull it together in a little bit here. Okay. Not too bad yet. Alright, let's see. Let's try to dip back into that Pink's Poppin' and just try to build up that color a little bit more. And I'm also bringing that shadow up a little bit more higher on my eye here. You can probably hear the dumpsters outside because it's trash day evidently, and also it's the end of the month, so there are a lot of people moving here in Chicago. I'm not sure if it's COVID related or it's just the summer and this is when people move. It's really unfortunate with this whole COVID situation, but I will say that it has given me more of an opportunity to play with my makeup a little bit more just because I'm at home more now. And I'm not sure if you can hear me right now because they're outside taking the trash away, but we'll find that out in the editing process, won't we? Also, guys, I don't even know how to edit a video, so we're going to just see what happens when this comes together in a little bit. Alright, so I'm trying to use the edge of this brush that I dipped in with Yes Peaches to like blend in the hot pink and the orangey pink. Okay, so we got that going for us. And then I'm just going to use just like a general brush. I'm not even sure where this came from. I just found it in my kit one day. It might have been something that my mom had given me a while ago. It's just called the Must Have Powder Shadow brush, and it's number 60. It might be a Sephora brush now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more. But I was going to do that to blend in the lighter pink into the hot pink. And again, to blend in more of that hot pink with the orangey pink. Okay. And I also feel like a lot of these makeup looks don't really come together that well until you like put eyeliner and mascara and like do your brows. So this looks like a hot mess right now, but hopefully in the end it'll look a lot better. So I've been playing with bringing my shadows down to below my eyelash line at the bottom here, just because I think it just gives a lot more color and makes it look a lot more fun. So we're just going to go ahead and bring that shadow color down into the bottom of my eye here. And I don't like to waste my brushes. I'm not saying that when people change up their brush like it's a waste. It's just I only have so many brushes and I do so many different makeup looks in a weekend that I don't want to be constantly cleaning these things every day. I do it every weekend just so that the next week comes I have a fresh new, brush lineup. But again, I don't like to clean these things every day. It's just too much of a nuisance for me. So I'm bringing this around here. Like I said, I've used this brush up here, but it's okay to bring it down to the bottom. Bring it down here a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and pick up that Sephora brush again that I used to put on Fruit Punch on my top lid. We're going to dip back into that a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and line it up right next to that orangey pink shade, Yes Peaches, from this palette. We're going to just make a nice little line in between there. And I always feel like it's really weird that the under eye shadow always just blends together better than it does on the actual eye here. It's super bizarre, but that's life, I guess, right? Okay. Sorry, I just wanted a little bit more color on the top. Okay, so then again, we're going to use the other end of that Anastasia brush that I used to dip into that, or this Pink's Poppin'. And we're going to go ahead and just do it on the inner corner here a little bit, blending that into the hot pink. Alright, and then again, like I said earlier, like I do like to just keep going back in with those colors just to like add to the vibrancy, and I also feel like it makes them blend a little bit better when you go back in with it later. Alright, so that's that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this little brush from Sephora. It's just called the Smudge brush, and I like to use this just to put a little bit of a lighter color in the top of my my eyelid there, just below my brow bone. So, this palette doesn't necessarily have the best color just for an under eyeshadow thing, or under eyebrow thing. So we're just going to dip into the color called Elegant. I think that's, or Elegant, sorry, Elegant. That's how you say it. And then we're going to dip a little bit into shimmering just to give it a nice little like sparkly note there. We're going to just put that right underneath the eyebrow, just above this shadow motif that we have going on here. I'm just going to put that right underneath the eyebrow. Didn't really do a whole lot. Maybe it's just the lighting. I'm not too sure. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more. It's okay. Really didn't do that much. But I also feel like you really can't add too much brightness to this just because this is already such a loud eyeshadow look. So that's going to be that. Okay, so now that that's done, at least I think it's done, we're going to go ahead and do some eyeliner now. And so my overall impression of this palette, I just did like 4 colors, and I also did not do the concealer with it, so for now it's okay. We'll see what it looks like when I do a little bit more wear and tear on it, and I have to try different colors of this as well, because again, I only tried 4, and I don't like doing swatches. I don't think it's really that helpful. Anyway, so for my eyeliner, I suck at doing the wingtip eyeliner. I tried it a million times on my own. I mean, I even have like the best felt tip eyeliners that you can probably buy, and every time I've tried it, it never works like I want it to. So I went on Amazon and I bought the Flick Stick eyeliner, and it's super convenient because it has the wingtip as a stamp, and so you literally just stamp it on and then make the line across your eye. And I also think it's super cool too because it looks super thick, like the eyeliner looks super thick, but if you really just use the very tip of it, it's super thin. I used it yesterday to really get into the middle corner, or the corner right here in my eye, to just really bring that shadow all the way down, or I'm sorry, the eyeliner all the way down, and it just looks super nice. So Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this eyeliner right now. Again, I'm gonna use the mirror of this palette just because it's a little bit easier to see than the camera. I'm just using literally my MacBook right now to record this, so I'm obviously not a seasoned person in this, and I really don't record myself that often, so we're just gonna go ahead and give this a shot. And I will say this too as a disclaimer, my eyes never match, so I try to make the match every time, but I think it's just like an angle thing with my hand. Like, this is much different than this. I mean, I know they're different stamps, but this is much different than doing this like this. And so that always just creates a different angle for the wingtip. So screw you if you're gonna make fun of me. Alright, we got one little wing there. And I'll fill these in a minute. I just want to get this stamp on there. I always do that. Just put the stamp on, then I fill them in later. So we're going to go ahead and do that. See, I don't think that they match, guys. I don't think that they do. And they don't. But you know what? I don't really care. Who am I wearing this makeup for today? I'm wearing it for me and my boyfriend whenever he comes home, and he could literally give a flip less. So we're just gonna go with it. And frankly, it's more about the shadow skills. That's kind of why I've been doing this. I mean, literally since quarantine started, I've been doing makeup every weekend. I think I skipped like one weekend just because I literally had nowhere to go. And it was super dreary outside, and I was like, I really don't want to do my makeup this weekend. So I just didn't, which is totally fine. But I have been developing my skills. I also have like super wrinkly eyes, guys, so for some reason whenever I do my eyeliner, it always like looks like I skipped part of my eye, because I'll pull the eyeliner into my eye, but like because it's wrinkly, the line is not always perfectly straight and even, so I have to keep going over. So it's not like I'm like over applying eyeliner. I'm just trying to make sure that every little dot on my eye connects. Also, there's construction outside. I don't know what's going on out there, but we'll figure it out later, I guess, right? Okay, so you can totally see that my eyes don't match. If I had to pick which one looks better, I'm probably going to go with this one, just because that is a lot of eyeliner on that eye. And again, not on purpose, didn't mean to do that, but this is why we have makeup weekends, or why I have makeup weekends, because it's just better to practice, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I feel like yesterday I got it. It was super cute, very like even, and just looked really well, or really good, I mean, but this weekend, or today rather, it just sucks. Okay, so then for mascara, I'm using I say it's PUR, P-U-R, fully charged mascara powered by magnetic technology. I just am now realizing it says with magnetic technology. Don't know where the magnet is, but that's okay. I don't even know if it comes with a magnet. I don't know. I will tell you that my mom had this in one of her little subscription things, and so she gave it to me because she does not use mascara. Remember, she like does not really do her makeup that much, and when she does, she looks super nice. But for whatever reason, she does not like to do her makeup. But she gave this to me just because she knows I like to use mascara. It really pulls everything together. The look looks really nice. I did this yesterday with the combo of, it's the Avon Wash Off Waterproof. Avon. Who would have thought, guys? I had no idea. And again, I think I got that as a Christmas gift. I literally opened it like maybe like a month or so ago. So I don't know if you can see eyelashes there. I do like to do my under lashes just because I feel like that brings out the lashes below and just looks super nice, and I think it pulls everything together. Okay. And we're going to just go ahead and go over that again with the Avon lashes, and I feel like the combo together makes my lashes super long. I don't normally do this. I did this yesterday with the Slytherin palette, and I just thought it looked super cool, so I wanted to try it again just to see like if it looks any better. And I never use a lash curler or do fake eyelashes. I got my makeup done once at Sephora, and someone did fake eyelashes on me, and not that I didn't like it, it just seems like a lot. Despite all of that I have going on here, I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I just feel like there's no need for it. I'm also gonna wipe off that that baking powder with the highlight and contour brush from Sephora. So yeah, I just don't like to use a lot of, like, first of all, I don't like the lash curler because I feel like I'm gonna rip my eyeball off. I don't know why, that's just in my head. That's what I think. I know that's not gonna happen, but that's what I think. So I don't like to do that, and I also just don't like the fake eyelashes. I can't sit there and glue on eyelashes. I just can't. So I'm cool with just doing double mascara if that's what it calls for. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and do contour. I'm going to go ahead and use the Sephora Duo Brush 204. I'm going to go ahead and use the shape side, and I'm going to dip into the Kat Von D Shade and Light Mini Contour Palette, and the darker color I'm using is called Sombre. So I'm just going to go ahead there. And yes, I do fish face. I don't really care. Who's here to laugh at me? Nobody. I'm recording this for myself. Maybe I'll post it, maybe I won't. I don't really care. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my forehead. Or should I say 5 head? Yes, everybody, I know I have a 5 head. No reason to make fun of me for it, because I know it. I also know that I have a very wrinkly forehead for being 25, but I was a very frowny kid. I have always had a resting bitch face, even since I was a kid. People used to tell me all the time that if I kept frowning, I was going to end up with wrinkles, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I permanently have wrinkles. It's okay. So I have to be more sensitive with my nose, again, because I did just get my septum fixed. Yeah, I don't even know if it's fully healed, probably not. And I don't know if it healed properly, or even if it's going to fix itself. So I do know that I have an ugly nose. I've always had an ugly nose, even with the septum fixed. It still doesn't look that great. I probably will have to get a nose job at some point. I really don't want one, but if I can't breathe, I can't breathe, and I need to get it fixed. So we're just gonna go ahead and put. I always make this smaller just so that, because this is what it looks like normally, and I always just crush it down a little bit just to make it a little bit smaller, to make it more like a fan brush. And so we're just going to go ahead, and I'm going to lightly tap this on my nose. Again, just had surgery. Don't want to fuck up my nose. And I can never get the shape right because my nose is literally always changing, so, which is so stupid, because again, 25, my face should be fucking, it should be fixed by now, right? But it's not. So, whatever. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and, with the other side, the highlight side of the 204 brush, into the shade Lucid. And I'm going to just carve it out right here along the side of my nose. Just go right underneath my eyeshadow look there where I just had that baking powder. Okay. Then we're going to just go right underneath where I put that darker shade on my cheek here, just to carve that out a little bit. Blend that out just so that it's not so, defined. Okay, just go right underneath there. Cool, cool, cool. Got that going for us. And maybe we'll just do a little bit on my forehead here. Define that a little bit more, maybe. And we're going to blend it out, guys, so don't freak out and be like, you have a line across your face, because I'm aware that I have a line across my face. I just want to make it a little bit darker, just to define it a little bit more. Alright, so we're done with that, and then, again, this was brush given to me at some point in my life. I really just use it to, like, blend stuff out of my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out a little bit. Cool. Alright, and then I'm gonna go and put on bronzer. Yes, bronzer. I like to be dark. I never use blush, ever. I think, for me at least, I don't like a rosy, pinky, reddy shade. I just don't like it on my face. I always like to be bronzed a little bit, probably because I love being tan, even though I never have a tan. So this just helps, I guess. We're just gonna go ahead and put that on here. Just gonna go super soft, and this is Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer, or bronzer, guys. Bronzer is the word, not brownzer, although it does make you browner. So, we're gonna just down a little there, blend that in. Get a little on the forehead here, just to go over that contour a little bit. Again, just darken that up a little bit there too. Okay. And now for highlight. I'm not sure what highlight I want to use because I do have like a lighter, like almost like a translucent kind of color, but I also have this like orangey color. It's Sephora Golden Hour. I don't know if they make this anymore. I've had this for quite a while, and I just have never thrown it away. But it works. I mean, it's still on my face. It doesn't give me any problems. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just use this. I think it'll give it a nice little look. So, I'm just going to go ahead and a fan brush and put that right there. I don't know if you guys can see that little shiny shimmer there. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there too. I'm bringing my highlighter around my eye. I know that's like an old thing that people used to do, and I just for some reason have been liking doing that again. So, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, and the fan brush is the Sephora fan brush. No number or anything. Oh, you can really see the shimmer there, probably because the light is hitting me better from this angle. Okay, and again, we're going to go over my nose, but we're going to be super light with it just because, again, surgery, scar tissue underneath, don't want to hurt my face. Okay. Okay, so, got the lipstick. It is Sephora brand, shade 35. It is a matte lipstick, and it is in shade Take a Bite. I think this is the look. Again, it looks horrible on camera for whatever reason, but I will post a photo somewhere on the screen if I can find it, or figure out how to do it. But I think it looks super cool, super like bright and summery and fun, which is exactly what we want in July. Although I will say that like last night and today felt like it was fall. It was 75 degrees last night when we went to the bar, and so like on my scooter. My hair was blowing in the wind. It was such a lovely little evening. And even coming back home, it was super nice too. It was like 73 degrees, super nice. And today, same thing. It's like 75, which is beautiful. So, but anyway, yeah, I can't wait to decorate for the fall. I think it's gonna be lovely. Oh, my God, guys, totally forgot. Eyebrows. Doi. That's like the one thing that I do when I don't do my makeup. I just do eyebrows and mascara and literally just freaking leave. Yeah, definitely should have done eyebrows. Don't know why I didn't. So, I'm super weird and I use 2 brushes to do my eyebrows, just because this brush, like, you can't even see through the spoolie, what is this thing called? I don't know. Anyway, you can't even see through it, so useless. So I have this brush. You can definitely see the bristles in there defined better, which is what we want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fan my eyebrows out a little bit there. Alright. And then I'm going to use that brush that has the horrible little brush on the end. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I think it's number 12. It's kind of like faded out the number there. And we're going to dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade called Ebony. And I'm just going to lightly draw in the front of my brow there. We're just going to build it out to the center. And we're going to turn the brush so that it's flat, like the edge is against my head here. And we're going to just bring it out to the tail of my brow. Again, just define that a little bit better. Alright, and then again, we're going to go back in with that other brush and just kind of brush that pomade out a little bit just so that it looks a little bit more natural. See, I think that looks a lot different. Like, you can tell the difference between this one and that one. It definitely is darker, but I also just think it looks a little bit more full and less, like, bushy, even though it's darker. Doesn't make much sense, but that's the word I'm going to use. Okay. Brush that out. Okay. So yeah, I mean, now this is the look. Clearly I had no idea what I was doing. I literally do that all the time. Yesterday, same thing. I was literally in the middle of my makeup look, and I had like the powder on my face and everything, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot to put concealer. Fuck it, no concealer today because I forgot. But anyway, so this is the final finished look, not the half done look. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll try to post the photo of it like right here if I can. And yeah, we'll see. If you guys like what I've been doing, maybe like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. It was really fun doing my first video. I hope that you guys like this like pinky, orangey look that we have going here today. It was really fun putting it together for you guys. So maybe I'll do this again. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Bye!